Guess what fun thing we're doing to celebrate Mapmen's 9th birthday?
Going into space?
Nope, the next best thing.
Going to Ordnance Survey's head office in Southampton?
That's right, they finally responded to all our letters. Dear Mapmen, fine, we will let you in and show you around if you promise to leave us alone forever.
Shall we make a video while we're there?
It would be rude not to. They're sponsoring us after all.
Then we took the train to Ordnance Survey. It took a lot longer than expected.
There it is!
Thank you, Map. This building may look underwhelming, but inside is the home of Britain's most accurate and detailed mapping agency, Ordnance Survey.
But who are Ordnance Survey?
Ordnance Survey, or OS to its friends, are the makers of these classic maps, which show things like this and this and this and this and this and this and this.
It was set up in 1791 during the Napoleonic Wars to make a military survey of the south coast of Britain, hence the name Ordnance Survey.
If you're British, you either first encountered them in Year 7 when your geography teacher made you use a piece of string to measure the distance between the car park and the high street in East Grinstead,
Or from that row of old maps your dad keeps on a shelf.
Even though the only person who has ever successfully folded up an OS map is their own Director General, they've become a British national treasure.
But it's what they're doing today that makes Ordnance Survey so special and important.
It's time to step inside Ordnance Survey.
Turns out the inside is quite underwhelming too. This is accounts.
This is HR.
And this is the canteen.
Today it's fajitas. But this is where it gets interesting. This is the Ordnance Survey data centre, containing all the hard drives that store Britain's entire National Geographic database, including the exact locations of over 500 million features.
OS's map data is the very best Britain has. And because everything happens somewhere, it's critical for government, business, and the lives of ordinary people.
Each of us unknowingly relies on OS data 42 times a day on average.
The best way to explain how is to show what life would be like in this country if it suddenly didn't have OS map data.
1. Broadband wouldn't work. Providers rely on OS's pinpoint data to lay and maintain their fibre optic cables.
2. There'd be no water, because water companies use OS data when repairing their pipes.
3. Buses would never arrive. They depend on OS data to track their location.
4. OS data powers most digital maps of Britain, so drivers wouldn't know where they were going.
Excuse me, is this Stonehenge?
5. Nobody would ever get their parcels delivered.
6. Rubbish would continue to pile up outside our houses.
7. Without good old OS hiking maps, plenty of walkers would simply get lost.
And 8. The emergency services who rely on OS data wouldn't find them, leaving them to die a slow and lonely death.
It turns out OS has as many important uses as it does symbols, and Britain would be quite literally completely lost without it.
Can we see how the maps are actually made now?
No, you'll have to wait till part 2.
Oh,